We know you've heard a lot about the good Judge Tom Felts and his recent entanglement with Indianapolis police. We are here to shed some light on this subject and reveal some hidden truths our local media seems to drop the ball on all the time. Whenever it comes to the local media reporting our news, it is the laziest, non-informative thing we have ever seen. That's why we're here. You get the whole story. Judge Felts, the DUI judge, takes care of 90% of all the drinking and driving cases in Allen County. Judge Felts was charged with a DWI in Indianapolis recently. He was pulled over, backs into a squad car, stumbles to the curb, admits to drinking, and foils a breathalyzer test in an attempt to reduce the evidence against him. First of all, no evidence is needed when you have a confession. He willfully admitted to drinking, and that's not enough. Now, the breathalyzer situation is just ridiculous. This judge knows how to make this test fail, yet it is deemed as a refusal, and still he keeps his license. What is the Indianapolis judge thinking on the bench? That no one would notice? Any civilian in Judge Felts' position would have had an automatic 1-year license suspension. Lastly, officers did take a blood sample of Judge Felts and sent it to the Indiana University of Toxicology. That's fine if Judge Felts had not gone to the Indiana University School of Law. I can't wait to see how this test comes back. Any guesses? We would not be surprised if it came back inconclusive or below the legal limit.
You are guilty.
This is the same judge who mercilessly sentences hundreds, maybe even thousands at this point, of DUI offenders to the AADP facility for 3 to 5.5 years or even longer at times. This is a forced chemical sobriety in which many are unaware of the negative side effects of taking Antabuse. Judge Felts is well aware of this and continues to destroy these individuals' lives by sending them there.
Government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Back in the early 90s, a bill was slipped through with minimal press by Judge Felts' predecessor, Judge Ryan. Now, all of the individuals responsible for this knew that it would take an act of God to get this reversed, and the facility has been poisoning people ever since. This facility has immunity in the courts even after 2 decades worth of lawsuits made against them. They always seem to elude justice. This may be due to their seat on the Drug and Alcohol Consortium's Justice Committee as well.
I think words mean different things to different people.
AADP portrays all clients on the program have a drinking problem. In other words, they're all alcoholics. This is the message they want everyone to believe, considering the drug they're administering is only for true alcoholics according to the physician's desk reference. The only problem with this is that they do not diagnose these people properly to deem that they are alcoholics. They are calling people alcoholics if they get 2 or more drinking and driving charges, which is not medical at all. There are ways to determine if someone is truly alcoholic, and AADP does none of these tests. Frankly, they would be out of business if they did. This is what is commonly known as a medical malpractice, misdiagnosing patients and giving them the wrong medication that is harmful to them.
Nobody takes responsibility for anything.
Since Fight AADP has been working on exposing this medical malpractice, many things have happened. The recovery center has been closed due to the poor attempt they made at starting a methadone clinic. We do not know what exactly attributed to its demise, but it's a small step in the right direction nonetheless. Also, Terry Yeiter, the program director, was fired last November. We were under the impression that he was stealing money from the facility, but nothing has come of his abrupt departure, and this is not a surprise. If you look at AADP's filed taxes, where did all the money go? They have even had negative press at the beginning of 2008 to no avail, and now their main supporter, Judge Felts, is charged with a DWI. How much is needed for a revision to be done of this chemically poisoning facility? Why are these doctors on the board of directors at AADP allowing Allen County to poison thousands of American citizens? Many sentenced clients at AADP have major medical problems from taking antabuse. When AADP is confronted about these problems, the client is met with hostility and a rash of tests that the client must pay for themselves. AADP then claims that the symptoms are not attributed to antabuse after they lower your dosage or give you a sugar pill instead. They will also state that the client must be drinking alcohol on the antabuse, which is completely insane. Why would a client drink alcohol while taking antabuse, then complain about the side effects unless they wanted to go to jail? Most of the clients didn't want to go to jail, and that is the reason they are there in the first place. One client we know of was having medical problems, and their private physician had written 3 different letters pleading to stop administering antabuse to them because of the pre-existing medical conditions. Of course, AADP ignored everything.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Fight AADP has been exposing AADP and Allen County government for about a year and a half now. Its mission is to expose and close the doors of AADP's medical malpractice and change the way our Allen County court system deals with drunk drivers. Everything from the unconstitutional way they punish people before the conviction of a crime to the limited options they give offenders like go to AADP or go to jail.